No matter what system that we use to create our goals, some of the common ones, 12-week year, the one thing, the work from Michael Hyatt, any of those systems generally are going to suggest strongly that we set a goal, a date to complete that specific goal. A date to complete the specific goal. Does that really matter? In my experience, that date really does matter. And there's something to remember about those dates. When we set a date for a goal, generally speaking, it is our best educated guess as to when we will be able to accomplish that goal based on what we've laid out our actions to be. It's our best guess. We don't really know until we start working the goal. And even then, sometimes it's not entirely clear. So why am I talking about this today? We are in the last month of the quarter. It's not unusual for us to have goals that we have set for each quarter. So we are now starting to approach, for many of us, our first really big measurement of the year to see how we were doing on the goals that we set at the beginning of the year. So how are we doing? If you're anything like me, there are a few goals I've already accomplished, and I'm celebrating those. And then there's a few others that the progress has not gone as I envisioned. So what do we tend to do in this situation? I know for myself, I can get discouraged. I can blame myself for not really staying focused. And there are times that I will give up and walk away from the goal. Here's the thing to remember. When we set the date for the goal, it is our best thinking based on what we know at that particular time. As we begin working on the goal, we learn more. The date we originally set may not be the best date or the most realistic date. So what are we to do? Number one, don't stop. When we are nearing the date that a goal is to be completed and we either haven't completed it or we're quite certain we're not going to, this is a great opportunity to pause for a bit of reflection and perhaps some modification. Let me explain. When we're not going to hit a goal, accomplish a goal in the date that we have set, the first thing that we want to do is to really pause and look at the action that we have been taking. When we write a solid goal, we have put in specifics, like I am going to do this and I'm going to do it this frequently, or I'm going to do this particular thing by this date. So have we been doing that? That's the first thing to look at. What we said we needed to do in order to accomplish this goal that we desire. What did we lay out were the actions, the frequency as well as the specific action? That's the first thing to look at. If we have not really adhered to that, that's where we start. Because the lack of accomplishing the goal may have more to do with the fact that we didn't do as much or as frequently as we initially thought we would do or planned to do when we established that deadline. So look at that first. It may be nothing more complicated than just going back to that frequency and duration of the action that we decided. Now, the other thing, if we do that analysis and we've been doing what we thought we needed to do and we are making progress, it's likely that, we just didn't have the date correct. Modify the date. Based on the information that we have after we have worked on this goal for a period of time, when we are doing what we thought that we needed to do, and we still think that is the best action, the best frequency, the best duration, change the date of the goal. It was a guess at the beginning. Remember, when we don't hit a date that we initially set, all it means is we now have more information to take another look to make some adjustments. Here's to a fantastic ending of the quarter.